The contributions of Black and African American people over the past century to some of the biggest moments in music and art have and continue to influence popular culture as a whole. This influence, however, can and does become used against Black people when it is co-opted to exclude its creators and designate new ones. So how do we ensure that credit is being given when and to whom it's due? I'm Akosa, I'm an intern for the Office of Multicultural Affairs, and this is your MA Minute. Alright, so cultural appropriation and co-opting can take many forms, being either blatantly racist or through microaggressions that only people from the targeted group would understand, let alone feel offended by. From the days of blackface minstrel shows in the late 19th century, where white actors would dehumanize Black people for the entertainment of white audiences, to the $50 record deal that was given to the architect of rock and roll, Little Richard, who was only paid half a cent for each single sold, for his hit single Tutti Frutti. There is a long history of Blackness being bought and sold for cheap. And even as we look to the present day, TikTok creators go viral when they refer to African American Vernacular English, or AAVE, as internet slang. And even in spaces like award shows where Black art may be celebrated, may be nominated, may be awarded, voting members of the Grammys, for example, will still resent Black artists for their popularity, rather than their music, rather than the content of their character, calling artists like Beyonce, quote, pretentious, for causing the same general hysteria that builds around other artists who don't look like Beyonce when they drop their music. Speaking of Beyonce, America has a problem. Black people and Black art have been exploited, trivialized, erased, to the point where Black people have to work extra hard to convey accurate depictions of history and of reality. In many ways, Black people are forced to give credit to each other in order to receive credit at all. So what can be done to stop this recurring theme? Well, promoting equity in all spaces is something that everybody should be committed to. And the specific issue of co-opting is why things like representation are so important. In leadership spaces, this means having more people from diverse backgrounds included in making decisions. Promoting equity also means being honest with yourself about how much you know and how much you don't, and taking the initiative to educate yourself on its background and history. Instead of assuming that you've discovered something new, remember that Christopher Columbus thought the same thing.